Uh, Thanks, Daryl, for getting the recording started. I wanted to start off by last week, I didn't get a chance to kind of give my testimony, but this week I want to make sure to do that. But before I do that, when I get on a call, I always like to start with a prayer. I am a believer. That is just pretty much how I start any conversation, any call, because I want to make sure that we are all in touch and agreeing tonight. Anybody that's literally on this call, you never know what people have been through before getting on this call. Okay. Sometimes we literally can go through a lot in a day's time, where it took someone a whole lot just to get on the call, just to be able to get home, to be able to get comfortable. Right. So we want to thank God for the opportunity tonight. And if you guys can, put some fire in the chat. I like participation. I like activity. I don't like a dead call. Okay, so put some fire in the chat, because we want to let everybody know and let the Lord know that we are all touching and agreeing. Whatever your belief is, whatever your belief system is, it is okay, because no matter where you come from, we all are looking up to and agreeing and believing in something. Okay, so tonight we want to get together and we want to thank God for all that He has done. Okay, today I had a long, interesting day, but only God has allowed us all to get on this call. And it's not by accident. It is never by accident while we're all here together. Okay, I love the chat. I love the fire in the chat. I love the participation. I appreciate that, you guys. But I just want y'all to know that we are literally coming tonight, and we are going to thank God for all that He is able to do from these calls and the calls to come, because we are able to touch lives tonight and moving on further with what we're able to bring people with information and knowledge. We are able to touch people in our communities, touch people in our families, our friends, and you just never know who you are able to impact. So I just want to get on it, and we will all want to thank God in advance, and put in the chat, say thank you. Say thank you, because that is what we are. We're grateful, and we are all blessed, because we didn't have to be able to get on this call tonight. We could have been not here on this call. So it is our duty to say thank you. So without further ado, I want to go on and give my testimony. I didn't get a chance to do it last week, and it just slipped my mind. Honestly, I was just kind of just going and going. I just wanted to get going with the information, and make sure that literally I get going with the presentation. But tonight I wanted to touch on what brought me here to this platform. I don't know if everyone knows, but I'm a disabled veteran. I'm medically retired from the Navy. Okay. It's going on. I got out the military in 2012. So that was a while back. I literally suffered from many of different injuries that caused it to where I ended up getting out the military. My goal was to basically retire. I literally thought I was going to be, at this point, officer. I would be right now, well into a captain, or who knows where I could be at this point. But God had other plans, and everybody has been there before. That in your mind, you literally have things all set and planned out. This is what I'm gonna do. This is where I'm gonna go. But God has other plans, right? And nothing is by accident. So where I literally ended up doing was, I got out the military because I had an injury. So I literally was in an uphill battle. I was, not only was I getting out of the military and was thinking, where am I gonna go? I literally had to file bankruptcy, because income was not where it was previously. I was making great money as active duty, to all of a sudden things was at a halt. Not only that, I also was going through a bankruptcy and a divorce. So I had a lot of a lot of hardship at that time, you know, personally and financially. But from that situation, I knew I wanted better for myself and for my child at the time. She was young. I said, you know what, Lord, I know there's more for me than this. This cannot be my story, Lord. And through all the trials and tribulations that I went through, I always knew that God had better for me, and I kept my faith, and I kept on pursuing education. I went on to get my bachelor's degree. I went on to pursue, you know, certifications to further my education when I needed what I needed to do to basically get a better career. And I didn't give up on myself. And also, like, I didn't let that bankruptcy stop me. I said, you know what, this is not going to hold me back. I got into learning more about financial literacy and understanding the power of credit. Fast forward, I literally had, from that situation, I started getting into car sales. I became a sales manager in a car sales background. That got me very knowledgeable when it came to credit and the power of credit. My goal as a sales manager was to help people in, you know, different type of financial hardships to get into car buying. But I realized that there was such a disparity when it came to credit in our communities. I mean, everybody that was literally getting denied credit and getting into cars were typically from, you know, I'm saying, inner cities and literally in communities where financial literacy is just not involved into regular conversations. And so I said, man, this just can't be it. So as I went further along, I literally had my own financial troubles because I had the bankruptcy on my file. Even though I was able to get a car and kind of rebuild myself, I still was getting denied in a lot of different areas. I was trying to look into getting into another home. I had to include my home into that bankruptcy. So I lost the home in my bankruptcy, my first home that I had owned in Virginia. And I was like, man, I just want to basically get another option, another try. I got attached to the previous company that a lot of us was under, previous credit related company, and they helped me remove the bankruptcy off my credit report, completely removed it, right? From that situation, I said, you know what? I can't just keep this to myself. I need to learn as much as I can to start getting this information out here to help my people. That was a passion and purpose that I had. And I said, you know what? This is not all by accident. I'm learning credit with car buying. I'm getting my credit better. Now it's my duty to start helping other people. Once I got my credit fixed, I went into leveraging my credit, which is so key. I started basically focused on buying myself a home. Not only did I buy one home, I bought two homes in the same year. One I was able to use for income purposes. I used it for Airbnb, and the other one was a property that I lived in. And then I also kept moving forward, building up businesses, building up networking. So that's just a little bit of my testimony. And I just want you guys to know, we are literally in the ultimate situation under this platform. I met Daryl in the previous platform, and he literally taught me so much, mentored me when it came to business, financial development, and personal development. Okay, reading these books, focusing on what you can do to improve your mental health is so key, because once you're in the game and you waking up with purpose, you can literally take on the day to be able to have a better outcome on what it takes in order to speak life into other individuals. And that's what we're doing here. We're not just over here focusing on helping improving people's credit or looking into make some extra money. We're speaking life into people, what we're able to do. So when you literally pour into yourself, it's gonna relate, and it's gonna pass on to the next person in a positive way, and you're gonna get positive outcome in with everything that you do. So without further ado, let me go ahead and go on with the presentation. Let me get to the next slide. If you can, like I said, I like participation. Let me go ahead and read the chat. I love the fire in the chat. I appreciate the positive feedback. Thank you guys so much. All right, let me keep going. All right. So let me talk about infinite freedom. Okay. Infinite freedom. If you can just read the word infinite and you understand its power in that word, that means it keeps going forever. And it taps in and it touches multiple areas of what we're trying to do. Okay. So infinite freedom, it's focusing on financial freedom, not only financially, but also when it comes to our physical and our mental as well, because all ties together. So if you look and read our bio and about us, we are driven by a powerful mission, okay, to empower the average American to build wealth and achieve financial independence. We believe that everyone deserves the opportunity to thrive and create a legacy. And I love that word, and I love to tap into that word and touch onto that word, because we all here should be trying to build and create and expand what we're trying to do for our legacies. Can you guys put in the chat legacy of prosperity for families, regardless of background or past experiences? That is very important. In our community, a lot of us are very, they're not determined to push forward because of past experiences, whether it be, financial situations, whether it be how they were up, how they're brought up. It could be the criminal background. What past experiences can really affect how people are moving forward. But we want to break down those barriers here at Infinite. We want to break down and build our legacies here. Our goal is to create a positive community of like-minded individuals and business owners that work together to achieve financial freedom. Okay, so if you're here to network with people that literally are business owners that are trying to improve their personal and business life, you're in the right community here, guys. Okay, because we're here all with the same similar mind frame, and that's what you want. You want to lock arms and connect with the right people. And here at Infinite, that's what we are doing. So financial freedom, we work together to achieve financial freedom and live a life of true prosperity and abundance. And you can achieve that with group economics. Okay, a lot of times when it comes to expanding and building, we think that, okay, I got this. No, we need to come together. We need to lock arms and network, because you can get a lot further with a team, with a platform, with support. Put in the chat support, team, any keywords that you can think of that speaks what you're trying to build here moving forward with your team. It can be with your family. Put some keywords, because we're trying to speak positivity and life for all of our futures here. Let's go. All right. This training is for you. If you want to learn how to structure your credit profile, build business credit, acquire business funding, and also make passive income, this is where you should be. Okay, we're literally going to tap into all these different key areas tonight, so you're in the right place. So now let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Let's get to the baby. Let's go ahead and get right to it. Boom. Imagine what your life would look like, okay? So if you got success, your finances are in order, your business is prospering, and you're growing. That could be growing financially, that could be growing mentally, that could be growing with your education. You're just growing. You're making things happen, okay? And then you add that to your personal life, your family. You're going on trips. Your wife or your husband is happy. Your kids, you're getting things they need, whether it's, they're not lacking in any food on the table. You're helping your kids get ready for college. I mean, that is so key nowadays, right? I mean, birthdays are coming up and you're not having to tell your child, you're going to get them next week. That's not a conversation that's happening. That's where we want to make this life, where it's at that point. Let's go. Can you relate? Can you relate? So we all have been there. Or if we haven't been there, we know about it. But let's keep it real. Most of us have all been there. We've been denied. Okay. We went into a car dealership and got denied. Car salesman said, you know what? We ain't gonna be able to approve you today. You better luck next time. You need to go ahead and fix your credit. You need to go ahead and do what you need to do and come back next time, okay? When it came to your business, you didn't have business funding, okay? So we have this happen all the time. I'm constantly being contacted by business owners trying to get funded, and they just can't happen. They're literally in trucking industries, restaurant industries, all different type of industries, and can't get any funding. They're pouring their savings, depleting their savings, okay, by funding their own businesses out of their own pockets, okay? Put in the chat if you know someone or you can yourself relate. Put in relate, all right? Because we all been there and we know of it. So we're going to keep it real. Here are some hard truths, okay? Because in this training, we're not sugarcoating it. We're not sitting here saying, oh, everything is perfect. Everything is going to be great. No, we need to also focus on what the truth is. And then teach you and show you how to get success. So, low personal credit, that means you're not going to be able to get approved for a car. You're going to get denied. You're not going to be able to buy that dream house. Definitely not going to be able to get into no income property. And you're not even going to be able to get into an apartment. Nowadays, with renting an apartment out, your credit scores got to be, they're looking at like 630, 650. Income has to be 3 times the amount of the rent. I mean, they are not playing, and credit is serious. I'm constantly being contacted by individuals that's looking into getting an apartment and they just can't. Let's go on to the business side. You're not going to be able to get a business loan. You're not going to be able to get business credit cards, no, or line of credit. It's not happening. You're not going to be bankable, okay? That means banks are not going to be able to trust you enough to be able to say, okay, we can go ahead and approve you for that business line of credit or that business loan. You're not going to be bankable. They're not going to consider you. And those are the hard truths, guys. And we've all been there, or we've all heard about it. All right, let's keep going. But don't worry. Tonight, we are going to show you how to create a truth that is going to basically make it so that you yourself or your clients can have a life and be able to get to a point of where you need to be successful personally and in business. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our client testimonials. We have right here, we got Katrina Morris. She started off with 580 credit score, single mom. Okay, you see right there, she has her son. Her goal was she wanted to buy a home. Being in locked in, being coachable, and doing what she needed to do in order to not only get her credit results that she needed, but also follow all instructions that were necessary in order to get a pre-approval, and then further moving forward, buy her home. Put in the chat, buy her home. She was able to buy the home. Okay, how many people on this call is interested or needs to buy the home? We need to put home in the chat, because that is going to be your reality and the reality of our clients and people we know. We're going to get people in the success stories they need. Okay, that's what we want, is going into 2024 and ending 2023. We want success stories. Okay, we are going to be speaking that into existence, that we are going to get success and people are going to be moving into their homes. And I want to praise God in advance, because I know it's coming. I know it's coming. I just want to thank God. Thank you. This is exciting. So moving forward, we got another client, Vance Lawson. Okay, he was interested in business capital. Okay, he needed that capital because, like a lot of our clients, a lot of people we know, just pouring out his savings, depleting his savings, trying to fund his business out of his own pocket, and you get to a point, you get to a dead end. That savings starts to run out, and you're looking up with your hands up like, what am I supposed to do now? Okay, get it under the program. Okay, get it under the Infinite program, being coachable, getting his credit on point, personal credit, and also business credit where it needs to be. Brother was able to access $140,000 in funding. Okay, $140K. Do we know some people that can use $140K today to be able to launch their businesses? Yes, I believe so. I know so. I know that to be true. Okay, what he liked more than ever being a part of the program was the fact that it eliminated the guesswork. Okay, because when it comes to building business credit, there's a lot of steps that we have to achieve in order to get that business credit. And a lot of times it takes a lot of time and a lot of knowledge. And sometimes it's literally some things that we just don't have access to, or we don't have the time to. Getting involved with the program allowed him to get access to the information he needed and got that $140K. Okay, he got between 4 of his business credit cards, he was able to leverage with the system that we're going to show in detail. You got to stay on this call and be able to make sure take the notes, because we're going to show you exactly how you can be able to get the information needed to be able to get funding to $150K and even more. Okay, you want to be able to get this information. So we were able to help him get 4 different business credit cards to get $140K. All right, and that's the type of testimonies we want to get on this call and moving forward and share the information. We don't want to hold on to information. We want to share the information and be able to get all our people access to the funding they need, so their businesses can thrive and they can keep doing what they need to do to survive and to take care of their families. That's what we're doing tonight. All right, let's get to it. Good credit versus bad credit. I mean, we all been there. We've all had a situation where we had the bad credit. We had times of good credit. But when you look at it, okay, when you got your good credit and you're doing things where you need to do and you're paying your bills, you're gonna get some savings. So look at a mortgage payments. And this is looking at the lifespan of example of a 30-year fixed interest rate. During a 30-year loan, they're able to save in this scenario almost $50,000. Okay, guys, there's a lot of people saving a lot more than that on a 30-year fixed loan because of a good credit. You want to be able to save that monthly payments, right? On the mortgage payments. Why? Because you can have more on savings, and you can be able to leverage that money for other things. You can leverage it to find ways to make more money, or you can just be able to have that rainy day. Okay, we all understand and know with the pandemic, we got to have that rainy day money. Okay, so savings is so important. Look at the savings on an auto loan, almost $10,000. Savings on an interest rate with a credit cards, that's 7.8%. Insurance savings, that's a lot of money. You know what I mean? Saving on a yearly basis $1,000 because of having good credit. Yes, you guys, they do look at your credit. If you don't know, they do look at your credit when it comes to rates, when it comes to your insurance rates. So you can save a whole lot monthly because having good credit, they pull that to determine how much they're gonna give you on your rate for your car insurance. Okay, look at the total savings altogether, $61,000. Okay, and you know what? This is literally on a low scale because it could be a lot more savings than this, guys. Okay, this is very liberal amount of savings because we have clients that literally can take their car payment by refinancing after they get their credit scores fixed. They're saving about $300 a month in a car payment. That's a lot of money in savings. Okay, who can do a lot with $300 a month in savings? I want to hear in the chat, see in the chat what you can do with $300 savings because of good credit and refinancing a car note. I know I could do a whole lot, and I was able to do a whole lot with savings because of my interest rates dropping tremendously when I refinance my car notes. All right, let's keep going. Let's go ahead and show how credit score is calculated. Okay, out of 100%, 35%, that is made up of your payment history. Okay, that is on-time payments versus delinquent payments. Okay, so if you're not at 100% and your payment history, your payment history is looking like 97, 80-some%, 70-some%, that has a lot to do with your credit score. That's 35% of your credit score right there. So one late payment, guys, I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna drop your scores. It could drop your scores 100, 150 points just from a late payment. It's detrimental to your credit score. Okay, 30%, that is calculated of credit utilization. Okay, that's when it comes to your credit card usage. Okay, so if you got a credit card that's maxed out, that's 30% of your scores. It's gonna drop. So you want to try to keep your credit card utilization, 30% at least, but we recommend 10% or less. Okay, that is going to get you what you need as far as when it comes to your credit score calculation. That's going to help you out a whole lot. 15% of your score, that has to do with the length of your credit. That's like how many years you've had credit. Okay, so that is 15%. 10%, that is the types of credit. That is called your credit mix. That's your installment loans versus your credit cards, your revolving credits. Okay, so that's your credit card. So it's good to have a mix of credit. So if you are only just have loans, or and you're scared to get a credit card, I'm gonna tell you, just you're gonna have to step out and be able to learn how to manage it. Okay, because you want a good mix. Even if you literally start off with a small credit card, 500 limit, manage that, understand the power of it, manage it, because if you max it out, it's gonna drop your scores. So you want to make sure that if you get a credit card, make small purchases and make purchases of things that you know you can easily pay off. Okay, don't get yourself in a financial bind by getting all these credit cards and maxing them out. That's just the worst thing you want to do. The last percentage, 10%, that is calculated, and that falls under your credit inquiries. Okay, so if you really have about 50, excuse me, that's exaggerated, 20 hard inquiries on your credit report, you're going to want to remove any inquiries that are not attached to an open or a closed account. Okay, because those extra inquiries of things that you applied for and you didn't get approved for, those are affecting your credit scores. Okay, so try not to go around applying for a bunch of things, because what you're doing is you're showing the banks that, like, you're not responsible, or you're looking desperate. They're like, oh, this person must be in a financial bind. They're over here applying for everything. So be mindful and be careful of how many inquiries you have and how many times you're applying for things. That 10% can add up real quickly. All right, guys. How to maximize your personal credit. All right. Take a look at this. All right. You want to remove negative items. You want to manage your credit card utilization. And you want to have primary plus authorized user trade lots. That's AU. You might hear it be called as AU, authorized users. Okay. So look at this. This is a credit factors over here. So if you look at on the right, the credit factors of this credit profile, this is an excellent credit profile. I mean, the credit factors are amazing. 100% payment history. Credit card usage is 8%, which is under 10%. That's what you want. That is where you want to be at. There is no derogatory marks. That means there's no late payments, nothing's in collections. That's perfect. Look at the credit age, 7 years, 1 month. That's great. Okay, that's medium impact, but that's still, everything's in green. Okay, total accounts, they got 31 accounts. That's good, guys. That means they can manage credit. The bank's looking at them like, okay, you didn't manage over the lifespan of you using your credit. Whenever you got started, you were able to manage successfully 31 accounts. That's good. 1 hard inquiry. That's amazing. They did a great job of removing the ones they didn't have attached to an actual account, or they're just very responsible. They're just saying, hey, I don't need to apply for nothing. I'm good. Okay, I'm managing what I got. They only got 1 on there. So as you know, those hard inquiries, they will stay on your credit profile, your credit report for 2 years. So that's good. They only got, in 2 years, they only got 1 hard inquiry. So let's keep going. So if you have a client or you know of somebody that literally says, hey, I don't know how my credit's looking, they can always go on Credit Karma for free and look at their credit factors. And if they literally have anything in red, especially derogatory marks on their credit profile, that means they have negative accounts. They have negative items. They need to get those removed. So they need to go ahead and focus on looking at getting disputes done themselves, or tap into someone that they know of, you know what I'm saying, that is credit repair, to get it removed for them, because that is going to negatively impact their credit report and their credit scores drastically. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at some client results. Okay. These are actual clients, guys. Okay. These are clients that we literally have managed with their credit repair. Okay. Look at all these items that are removed. Yes, we can remove bankruptcies. That is one of the top questions I get. Is a bankruptcy, can a bankruptcy be removed? Yes, it can. I know for a fact, because I got mine removed and it put me in the game. And on top of that, I do get asked a lot. Can we remove child support? Yes, child support can be removed as well. Okay. If you have any questions about things that literally is negatively impacting your credit report, your credit profile, please tap in with somebody, that the person that invited you to this call, because they will give you more information on exactly how we can leverage credit repair to get things removed. So look at these client results. These are amazing, guys. Let's keep going. So right here, this is a part of our training. I just finished up the personal credit side of the house. Okay. I hope you guys got some value in with this presentation. And can I get some fire in the chat? Because I want to make sure that you guys were able to get some value out of what I was able to present to you when it came to personal credit. Go ahead and put some fire in the chat. And I want to, without further ado, I want to introduce and you know, and speak life and speak positive affirmations for my mentor. He's gonna go ahead and talk to you guys about business credit. Okay, he's gonna go ahead and go into detail about business credit. So if you guys don't have a notepad and pen, or don't have something that you can take notes, even on your phone, you want to get those notepads together. Get that pen ready, because my mentor, my business partner, okay, the man that literally brought us all on this call, that is constantly selfless, that is pouring into us on a daily basis with knowledge, okay, and the tools that we need to take our business and our personal life to the next level. He's going to basically take this call and focus on business credit, you guys. There are you on the call, because I want to make sure they know who's coming, and I want to make sure you're on the call, because we're gonna take this to the next level. Yes, Roger, the GOAT.
Absolutely. Y'all definitely put some fire chats in the fire emojis in the chat. You know, give it up for Mrs. Sparkle Henderson. Just a phenomenal boss lady. You know, she's very busy. She's a full-time mother, full-time entrepreneur, you know, but she really has a good heart, and she just loves helping people. You know, it's a blessing to even be in partnership with her. You know, we've been able to do some amazing things as of yet, but it's nothing compared to what we're about to do. So definitely want to give it back over to her. She completely killed that presentation, and I'm definitely excited to get into this second portion of the presentation for you guys. Okay, so before I jump off into what I'm gonna be going over, guys, so definitely put some money bags in the chat, you know, because mainly it's two types of people that's on this call. One type of person that's looking to just fix their personal credit, right, and they're looking to purchase a home. Type of one in the chat if that's you. Okay, but I know we also have some business owners on this call, and they're trying to either start or scale their businesses. Okay, so put a 2 in the chat if that's you. You're looking to build business credit. You're looking to get access to funding, whether that's 50,000, 100,000, 150,000. I'm literally about to break the game down for you guys. So definitely get your pen and notepad ready. Before I jump off into this information, just a little background on me. You know, understand who I am, guys. I didn't always have good credit. I didn't always have good business credit. You know, I actually graduated out of high school with a 400 credit score. My parents jacked up my credit by the time from putting bills in my name. Okay, so we weren't taught financial literacy in school, you know, all the way upwards of until 2016. You know, I wasn't able to get approved for a car. Okay, so that would led me into finding a platform and just really locking in on what I needed to do and start taking my credit serious. You know, long story short, guys, within 6 months, I went from a 450 credit score to a 700. And that literally blew my mind, because that literally changed my life ever since then. So fast forward, I just started referring people over to this platform, my friends, family, because I just wanted them to have good credit. I wasn't even in the business initially. I just wanted to see all my people doing good, because I knew the impact it had on my life. I was able to go get a condo. I had a high rise on Las Vegas Boulevard. I went and got a new Mercedes, you know, low interest rate. It was completely like, it changed everything about my whole perception of my life. So I just started studying more, you know, investing in courses, mentorships, programs. Fast forward to 2020, when I went full time within the business after COVID. By that point, I started making some good money helping other people, and also start teaching other people how to make money doing the same. So long story short, I helped hundreds of people maximize their personal credit scores. I taught hundreds of people how to help other people. We literally impacted thousands of people. As Sparkle said, that was in a previous platform. I actually launched my own platform, using all the knowledge from before, building a strong network, a solid team. And we really came together and put together, I believe, the best platform in the entire industry to help people get the best possible results and really change as many lives as possible in this country. So forget everything you learned about business credit, guys. It's really trying to learn, how to fund your dreams the right way. All right. So let me go over to the next slide. So understand this right here, guys. If you're looking to get funding for your business, it's 3 obstacles that's stopping you from obtaining funding. All right. The first obstacle is personal credit. I get people coming to me all the time like, hey, Daryl, I got an LLC, I got an EIN number, I'm trying to get 50K. I'm like, okay, that's cool. What does your personal credit look like? Well, it's a 500. Well, a bank isn't going to approve your business, a brand new business, for funding. They're going to look at your personal credit score. I always like to give this analogy to people so they can really understand on why this is so. Okay. Let's say a grown adult, right? Let's say this grown adult is like living in a shelter. They can't house themselves. They can't clothe themselves. They can't feed themselves, right? Would you say that person is in the best possible position to bring on a child into this world and take care of a child? It's going to be hard to take care of someone else if you can't even take care of yourself. Well, guys, when you open up a new business, that's your baby. Okay. So if you can't take care of your personal finances, why would the bank risk lending your business money to take care of the business finances? So understand that personal credit is going to be the foundation to building business credit. And this is the factors on how personal credit determines, the type of funding that you qualify for. Okay. So just good personal credit is going to increase your credibility with the lenders. Okay. They're going to check your trustworthiness. All right. It's going to affect the loan amount. Okay. Depending upon your personal trade lines, you typically can't go from a $300 personal credit card to a $20,000 business credit card. It doesn't really make sense because they're going to look at it like you're not even used to managing that type of money. Okay. So it's different hacks that you can take to improve your comparable credit trade lines. I'm gonna go over that with you. Banks lend to you based upon how other banks lend to you. But you're looking at it like, well, how, if they don't lend me a high limit in the first place, how do I do that? So it's different hacks that you can utilize that I'm actually go over with you guys. And also as far as building business credit. So personal credit is vital to establish a strong business credit profile. All right. Obstacle number 2, guys, you're simply not a business credit expert. I know a lot of people, they see TikTok videos, it's certain information you just can't Google about this to build business credit efficiently to maximize your funding potential. All right. So, but this is the benefit of building the business credit efficiently in the right way. Okay. When you got good business credit, guys, like you're simply going to get better rates on your funding amounts. You're going to get better terms and size of limits as well. With business credit, right, you can potentially get 10 to 100 times more funding than what you can get on the personal credit side. Because think about it like this right here. With personal credit, what's the what you actually even need money for? What's the biggest purchases you can possibly make besides a home and a car, right? Okay, they're going to finance that through the lender or whatever, mortgage loan officer. Okay. Besides like a laptop or electronic or a TV or whatever, just one. So that's why personal credit limits are smaller. But check this out. If you have a business, well, you may need to buy 100 TVs. You may need to buy 100 laptops. Banks understand this. So now they have to fund you 10 to 100 times so you can actually scale your business the right way. And you also have greater funding opportunities as well. You got net 30 accounts, you got net 60, 90-day terms, you got revolving lines of credit, you got terms loans, you got SBA loans, you got revenue-based loans, you got corporate charge cards. Okay. So it just opens up the possibility of more funding that you can utilize to really grow and scale your business. All right. So understand that it's 7 simple steps, and you guys really want to take a screenshot of this page here. It's going to be 7 steps to build your business credit. Okay. So the foundation is just establishing your business credibility. 90% of new business owners to get denied for funding because they don't meet lender compliance. Okay, so the first step is setting up lender compliance. What does that mean? Okay, you don't want to be using a home address. That automatically makes you not credible. Okay, you want to actually have a business address, and we help you set up a virtual address. You don't even have to have a physical location. You don't want to be using a cell phone. You want an actual business 1-800 number, but preferably you don't want to be using a Yahoo or Gmail account. You want to actually have a business email. You want to prove your business's credibility. You want to have a website, all that good stuff. You want to have a business checking account. You don't want to be using a personal account. You want to make sure you have all your paperwork in order as well. That's establishing your business credibility. From there, you can start some starter business credit trade lines. All right. What does that mean? Business credit works in tiers. It goes from tier 1 all the way over to tier 4. People always talk about no PG on the money or what have you, right? That basically means that on tier 4 is where you start getting approved for funding completely in the business name that doesn't show up on the personal profile. So Sparkle just did a phenomenal job going over personal credit and explaining the emphasis on utilization. What a lot of new business owners do is max out their personal credit cards for their business, right? And that ruins their personal credit score. What they want to do is preferably is build business credit. Now you get funding that only appears on the business credit reports. So now when you max those out, it actually improves your score, because on business credit, the more you use, the more your score increases. All right. So you want to start off with some starter net 30 accounts or what have you. That's going to be tier 1 accounts, right? Then you actually want to start forming your business credit scores. So business credit scores are different than personal credit scores. They're going to pull from Dun & Bradstreet, Credit Safe, Equifax Business, and Experian Business. Those are the 4 top business credit reporting agencies. So as you start establishing and building business credit, that's where lenders are going to pull from. From there, you want to monitor your business credit, start establishing some larger accounts. You can do some strategic business credit building strategies on tiers 2 and 3 and get you to tier 4, typically within 3 to 4 months. All right. And that's where you start getting approved for the funding completely in the business name, separate than the personal
business
social,
success
right?
system.
And also, we have the best platform on the planet as far as structuring your business appropriately and building business credit efficiently as possible, as fast as possible, to really get maximum funding within the shortest period of time. So as you can see here, we have everything laid out from you in a simple 6-step process, starting off with like making sure you're lender compliance, making sure you have the virtual address, EIN number, phone number, banking account, all that foundational pieces. All right. From there, you can actually start establishing your business credit reports with the top credit reporting agencies on the business side. From there, it's time to actually start building the business credit. And as I say, you're going to go from tier 1 to tier 4, which can happen within 3 to 4 months. And our program literally helps you step by step, just making it seamless along the way. And when it's time to get access to funding, guys, we have partnerships with over 200 different lenders. We offer a wide range of funding products, from SBA loans, equipment financing, real estate loans, credit. A lot of new business owners, that's looking for funding, they're looking for credit and loan stacking. All right. They're just looking for credit cards and loans. So they're looking to get anywhere between 50,000 and 250,000. So I want you guys to understand this right here. When you're looking to get that type of funding, it's not going to be one credit card or one loan that's going to give you 50 to 250,000. You're going to need a strategy behind that. All right. So you're going to need to do a credit and loan stacking strategy. What that entails is you have to know what lenders pull from what reporting agency, so you can apply simultaneously in a specific order to get maximum funding with the least amount of inquiries. All right. So what does that mean? Let's say that I know that Bank of America, they pull from Experian. I know that Navy Federal pulls from TransUnion. I know that PenFed pulls from Equifax. Guys, if you apply with all 3 of these lenders on the same day simultaneously, now you get approved for all 3 credit cards or lines of credit, right? And you only get 1 inquiry per bureau. So you can rinse and repeat that process and get approved for anywhere between 8 to 12 funded products. And that's how you're going to collectively get the 100 to 250,000. Type some fire chat and emoji if you got value from that. Okay. We also help you increase your, business credibility online as far as improving your online analysis. So businesses, they're not in business to lose money. They want to make sure that you're actually reputable. They're going to Google you. They're going to look at reviews. Okay. They want to make sure you're an actual real company before they just give you this type of funding. We can help you improve that. We can help you maximize earnings. Let's say you want to get to the point and have an exit strategy. You want to sell a percentage of the business for equity stake or what have you, or you want to sell your business as a whole and have an exit strategy. We help you do that. We have a bonus section as well with a bunch of resources and tools. We even have a virtual coach that helps you step by step.
It's an extensive educational tool that teaches you how to access business financing, build business credit, and much more. The system lets you see available funding programs so that you learn what it takes to pre-qualify for each program. It makes sure your business has completed all the items of lender compliance so that lenders do not classify your business as having a high risk of default. The system helps you build strong business credit scores with the top credit reporting agencies, and it assists you in optimizing the personal credit scores of the business owners. Once all that is done, the system gives you access to over 3,000 vendor credit lines for every product and service imaginable.
So yeah, guys, there's literally nothing that even exists like that on the planet. We literally have our own software to do so, AI integrated with some advanced algorithms, you know, like I say, to put people in the best possible position to maximize personal credit, business credit, to really take their life to the next level. Obstacle number 3 on why you're not able to get funding for your business is simply because you don't have the right funding strategy. Let me explain something to you guys, all right? So check this out. This is what the checklist that you need in order to get the maximum funding that you're looking for. All right. Take a screenshot of this. All right. Starting off, the foundation, as I said, personal credit. Boom. You want at least a 680 plus before you even start thinking about applying for any type of funding. Banks are getting a little bit tighter in this economy. I'd say preferably 700, maybe 720. All right. But don't be scared of that. Like I said, I went from 450 to 700 in a short period of time within a year, changed my life forever. Don't be intimidated. I meet so many business owners who are like, hey, I have a 500 credit score. I got a 550 credit score. Don't be scared of that. Don't be scared of fixing your credit. Be scared of not trying to fix your credit. Okay. So just go through that process. And, you know, you can really take your business and your life to the next level. Checklist number 2, you want to just make sure your business structured properly. All right. Making sure you have those foundational items in place. You want to build up the business credit scores. All right. And also go ahead and go after the credit and loan stacking strategy to get the maximum funding. And now this is what we're about to do. This is going to be game changing. All right, guys, you can't Google this information. You literally never seen anything like this before in your life. You didn't even know this existed, this type of strategy. I usually charge clients anywhere between $4 to $5 grand to even run this type of play with them. Okay. So somebody type run that play in the chat box for me, because I'm about to drop some diamonds for you guys. That's literally like priceless. All right. They can take everything to the next level. This right here is a $150,000 funding strategy. And this actually works. All right. This is the play. You want your unsecured business funding score to be at least an 80 plus. All right. That's what you want your business credit score to be. You also want to have at least a 720 plus personal credit score. Guys, this can happen within 3 to 6 months time frame. Okay. Help many people run this play to take their business and life to the next level. This is what you want to do when you have everything in place. Okay. By the beginning of next year, you guys really can be in position to run this play. This is what you want to do. Okay. You hear a lot of people talk about no doc loans. Understand, you always want to start off with the credit unions first. They're going to give you more money than like any other banks starting off initially, right? So understand, you got to have the right strategy. So they have what you call a signature term loan. What they're going to say is that, hey, we give out signature term loans. That's basically term loans with low or no documentation. You just show them your profile, show them your ID, show them you got a good credit score. You don't have to show bank statements. You don't have to show taxes. That's what it means as far as a no doc loan. As long as you have everything properly set up, as I went over, you're going to apply for a signature term loan. You don't want to apply for the 50 grand though, because they're going to automatically deny you and then you're done. You only want to apply for anywhere between 20 to 30K. All right. You want to start off with the credit unions. So you got to have the right strategy, and you got to know which credit unions that you can apply for that offer these type of funding products. So this is 3 that I like, right? So Unify Financial, they pull from Equifax reporting agency. You got Alliant, they pull from TransUnion. You got PSECU, they pull from Experian. So what you want to do is already have a relationship established with each bank, because banking and funding is all about building relationships as well. You want to apply with all 3 of these credit unions on the same day, simultaneously, or you can go inside of each one of them or just apply online and get anywhere between 20 to 30 grand as long as everything is set up. Now, being that each of these credit unions pull from a different reporting agency, guys, you're going to get anywhere between 60 to 90K and only receive 1 inquiry per bureau. The reason you got to have the right strategy, the right funding strategy, because once you get a certain amount of inquiries on your business credit reports, guys, you're going to automatically be denied for funding for 6 to 12 months. So it's going to take precision when you're actually going after this funding. It's going to take the right strategy, right, to maximize your funding potential. Okay, so you get to 60 to 90K, right? You're not going to go and fund your business yet. You're not going to go take a trip. You're not going to go shopping at Louis or Versace or Chanel. No, this is what you want to do to really take things to the next level. You remember I said banks lend to you based upon how other banks lend to you. That's called comparable credit trade lines. This is how you can create your own comparable credit business trade line. That's a high limit. You want to take that 60 to 90K, and now you want to go to a tier 1 bank. You're taking the credit union money and going to a tier 1 bank. What's a tier 1 bank? That's Bank of America, that's Chase, that's Citi, that's Wells Fargo. You know, I recommend Chase or Bank of America, to be honest with you. Now, you're going to get a certificate of deposit with that money. It's called a CD. You guys probably heard of a CD or whatever, right? Where you just basically lock the money up for a certain period of time, and they're going to invest it and you get a return on it or what have you for a certain time period. But now that you have that CD with that tier 1 bank, guys, you can qualify to get a business line of credit and use that CD as collateral. All right. So once you have the CD for 60 to 90K, you're going to turn right back around and get a business line of credit for 60 to 90K. All right. While that money's locked up. Okay. Once you get a business line of credit in the business name, now you have a high limit trade line. That 60 to 90K is going to appear on all the business credit reporting agencies that bank, Bank of America or Chase, basically gave you 60 to 90K. It doesn't appear that you have a CD with that bank. All the banks can see is that, hey, that bank, Chase, just gave his business 60 to 90K. Now they'll be open to give you similar amounts. Now you're ready to run the credit card stacking strategy that I went over, knowing which banks pull from what bureaus, okay? So you can literally go after, you know, anywhere between 8 to 10 cards and get an extra $50,000 to $75,000, guys. So definitely drop some fire in the emoji, drop some dollar signs in the emoji, drop more money in the chat, drop that in the chat, guys, if you got any value from that. Like I say, you can't even Google this type of information. Usually people are going to charge you a lot of money just to even tell you about this type of information, right? So moving along, like I said, I've helped many people run that play. You know, we built a amazing platform to really help people. You know, I feel like, I don't know everyone on this call. We got like 20 people from around the country. I feel like it's, you know, I don't know you guys personally, but I feel like it's one thing that connect us, right? Is that we just all want to be free. You know, what does freedom look like for you? Type freedom in the chat if you want to be free. You know, but we live in America. Let's be real. It's a capitalistic society. If you really want freedom, it's going to take financial freedom. So you got to have the right game plan to get the finances to really take things to the next level. Because me personally, I don't know anyone who has the financial freedom that I want for myself and my family that works a 9 to 5. All right. And if you want to have a successful business, it's going to take capital. 90% of businesses fail due to a lack of access to capital. They don't have this information. If you go into a business funding out of pocket, it's going to drain you. You're going to fail. Most people underestimate how much capital is actually going to need to run a successful business. You're going to need, a lot of us in our community, we're not used to having a lot of money. We kind of undervalue ourselves. You know, get that 100K, get the 200K. If you want to build $1 million business, you can't do that. It's going to be hard grinding up off of $1,000, $10,000. Okay, so we've been able to help many people run this play, do the credit card stacking strategy, get business lines of credit, and really take things to the next level, right? So let's talk about the value, everything we went over. I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably thinking, I mean, well, how much does this cost? This isn't the cost of it, but this is definitely the value of it. How much would you pay though if we could help you, you know, fix your personal credit for you? If we can help you build up business credit and get the $50 to $150,000 that you're looking for, or even just fix your personal credit, how much, what is that worth to really build generational wealth? What's the price of that? What's the price of building generational wealth? You know, so normally, right, guys, the business credit software that we have, that's normally $3,500 alone. You know what I mean? That software costs a lot of money to build, to take you step by step and to build it fast and efficiently, you know, with all that software, with a virtual coach, everything AI generated with advanced algorithms. That's normally $3,500. Weekly coaching calls to help you through all this. How much do you think a professional business credit or funding coach consultant would charge you for a year? I mean, easily $5K. How much for a year of credit restoration, right? We have advanced credit restoration that we offer. I mean, if you want a good professional credit repair specialist, this day and age, it's going to be about $3,500 a year. Okay. A lot of us got people come to me with 10,000 in debt, 20,000 in debt, 30,000 in debt. I mean, but if you can wipe that off without paying it off, how much is that worth? Okay. Funding coach, you know, that's normally $2,500. We have an exclusive Facebook group. That's where I seen someone type that in the chat earlier. We have a community of people that's interested in building wealth. That's what the whole Infinite Freedom movement is about. Whether it's a person that just want to fix their personal credit, or a person who wants to, you know, build business credit to get access to funding to start or scale their business, or maybe they just want to make some passive investments. I mean, we have a network of people from around the country that's coming together to help each other build wealth in multiple different industries. Doesn't matter if you're in real estate, you're in trucking, you got a clothing boutique, you know what I mean? You fix credit, different things of that nature. We're all coming together, helping each other take life to the next level. You know, your network is your net worth. What is that worth? What's the value of that, of being around 6- and 7-figure earners, to really change your mindset and change the network that you have to take your life to the next level? What about, you know, what is it worth for a year of business credit coaching? Most business credit coaches are going to charge you anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000. That's normally $17,000 in value, guys. Okay. But like Sparkle said, you know, we put this thing together. We put a powerful system together, the best platform on the planet, really to help people build business credit, build personal credit, get funding, make investments, come together. And the ultimate goal is group economics, right? It's 20 people on the call. Imagine if everybody on this call got $100,000. You just put 10,000 that together. I mean, you got 200 some $1,000 in buying power. You know, you can go buy a whole, put that down as a down payment on buying real estate, a whole community, pretty much. Everybody make residuals. So that's the ideal of it, guys. But we did something special because it's mainly about helping as many people as possible. We're not trying to get as much money off every individual, right? A lot of people do that. A lot of these gurus online, they're trying to get $3,000, $5,000 for people, and they're just giving you coaching calls. They're not really helping you hands-on. Guys, our program, we can help you fix your personal credit, and we'll do it for you. We're not using old strategies that don't work anymore. A lot of people using those old factual template letters. What's working is Metro 2 and consumer law. You know, that's a whole nother class, guys. But it's basically some advanced strategies of leveraging the Fair Credit Reporting Act. It was a law that was passed by Congress. It has different sections in it that you can leverage because you have rights as a consumer to remove any negative item from your credit report. So rather than you going out trying to figure it out and printing off letters, mailing them off, dealing with the credit reporting agencies, depending upon how they respond back, you respond back. We do all the work for you. We give you free credit monitoring. We give you free identity monitoring, okay? We prepare and mail the documents. We can remove basically anything, collections, charge-offs, bankruptcies, okay? Eviction, foreclosure, really doesn't matter what it is, it can be removed. You get access to our exclusive community. You get customer support with the credit repair. You get your own client portal to see updates, okay? You can check in and call, you know, contact us for any updates and things of that nature to see how it's going on. Guys, it's normally $297 to get started with our personal credit program, just for tonight, for everyone who's on this call, literally half off to get started, guys. For a low cost of $147, you can get started on taking your credit to the next level. All right. And it's $147 a month with everything included, no contract, right? But you typically clients see results within 30 to 45 days. The best results typically come in on, depending upon how severe your credit is, within 3 to 6 months time frame. And we're so confident in our service that if you don't see results in 6 months, get a full refund. All right. We also have the virtual business credit program. Guys, that phenomenal virtual coach I showed you, that software that takes you from start to finish, you can literally get access to that entire system tonight, right? Full system access takes you step by step with the whole business, setting up your business correctly, building a business credit. It's normally $997. Guys, half off just for the people that's on this call tonight. $497 one time, and you're in the game. Let's say that, hey, you want someone more hands-on, and you want one of our live business credit coaches to hold your hand, all right, and do a lot of the items for you and with you, weekly calls to help you structure your business and build your business credit from start to finish for a full year, guys. It's only a one-time fee of $1497. It's normally $3,000. Okay. I mean, we even have an option, whereas, you want to partner up with us and people, you have a strong network, you have a passion and a heart to help other people as well. You can do so. We got a lot of stay-at-home moms. We got some corporate people, business owners. We got teachers that's killing the game, earning some good residual income just from partnering up with us as well. You can do so as well. So you can earn upwards of 30% for everyone you refer over, and you can refer over other people as well and earn override residual income. Okay, so definitely you want to get back with the person who invited you to this call so you can go ahead and take advantage of these specials tonight, guys. At the end of the day, this year is halfway over. Flew by like that, right? 2023, ever since 2020, it seems like life been flying by. Almost halfway over. Guys, next year, you're going to do the same thing. The next 5 years, 10 years, 30 years, right? Life is going to happen. It's going to pass by, right? And if we keep doing what we always done, we're going to get what we always got, right? So definitely get back with the person who invited you on this call, and let's make 2023 a breakthrough year. So hopefully you guys got value on this call tonight. I'm going to see every single last one of you guys at the top. Have a great evening.